Hey Brandon, this is Keaton Everett with ABC going over your pitching video. We're going to go through and talk a little bit about mechanics and just kind of talk about how to maximize our bodies, how to get ourselves consistently throwing strikes and to keep ourselves healthy. So I noticed right off the bat you set up on the mound or right up on the rubber and then changed it. So hopefully that's something you know not to do. So you see there that you're back in front of the rubber. So just make sure you're doing that there. But um, one of the things that we look at is how we start. Um, you know, are we staying balanced? Are we staying over our backside? So we're going to go and just look at how we're starting. All right. So the biggest thing with the windup of where it causes problems is just too much movement. All right. You step back really far with that back foot, and you're going to see that front foot come up off the rubber. All right, and then back down, and you're just moving too much. All we want to see is you set up. We'll go back to the start here. And from the wind up, we want to make sure that our shoulders are square to the catcher. So we want to make sure that we're turned completely facing the catcher. And then it's just a small step back, to the side or back a little bit, but nothing too far. And all it is just a pivot over that back foot. We really don't want that back foot to come up off the ground. It's just a nice easy pivot. All right, so start square to the catcher, and then turn to step to the right, step back a little bit, and then turn your body to this position before you get going. All right, that's just going to help you get more consistent and time everything up. All right, so now let's just see where you come right here. All right. And what you're doing is you're not letting your hips get involved. We want to throw with our lower body. Our power is generated from our lower body. We're hips, from our hips down is where we're getting our power, is how we want to throw. All right, so at this spot, you're seeing that your knee doesn't get much higher than your other knee. We want to get this leg, try to get it up, somewhere around your belt. We want to get it back over that back foot, and we want to get it in this position here, because all that's doing is that's closing our hips off to get our hips to lead down the hill. You'll see that kind of everything leads down the hill at one time. You're actually getting in a pretty good position right here, but your hips are already gone. We just got to make sure that our hips are the first thing to get going. So we want to get here, and then as those hips go forward, that leg starts dropping down and you're driving forward. So you just got to get down the hill. Use those hips to get down the hill a lot more. All right. Stride length wise, you're pretty good. All right. Torque wise, you're actually really good for your age. All right. And what torque is the ability to rotate that back hip before this front shoulder's going. So you're actually doing a really good job, and your arm angle's at a really good position here. It's just a matter of just getting that leg up and getting those hips going a little bit more to generate more force, more power down the hill, and you're going to see a big jump in velocity just from that small tweak. You're just not using that lower half, but you got good torque, and you're getting good. I mean, everything's looking. This is a really solid position right here. All right, so it's just a matter of just utilizing how you're starting, as opposed to sort of how you're finishing. You're sticking your glove pretty good out here. You're not rotating off too far. It's real solid. It's just a matter of from about this position on to clean up. All right, you got the hard part down. It's just a matter of doing some easy fixes. All right, arm path wise, you are dropping a little bit. You're seeing this elbow. Let me get to this spot here. You're seeing this elbow right here drop below that shoulder, which isn't the best spot to be. You're going to see it drop here. Alright, and that's just loading that shoulder up a little bit too much. We want to try to, or that elbow up a little too much. We want to try to see you get up on top of the ball here, and then that elbow that shoulder come through instead of that elbow drop, and then sort of push on the ball. So you're just kind of pushing the ball. We want to try to get up on top of that ball here, and then it's just almost, it might go up a little bit, but then it's just a downhill with it instead of a drop it down now and then a push up and then release. All right. So something to kind of work on is just to keep that elbow up a little bit longer so you can drive downhill. We want to get up on top of the ball, and we want to rotate down and out over that front foot. All right, and you're going to see yourself. It's going to help yourself kind of stay in a little bit more healthy of a position. This right here, elbow below the shoulder, is as you get older, as you get stronger, it's going to cause a little bit more problems. All right, so that's just something to focus on. Is at this position, we're going to see the elbow up here, and that ball's going to be up higher. So now you're going to be able to stay on top of the ball. You're going to be able to drive that ball out front, and you're going to get more angle on the ball. All right, so next part we're going to look at is release. So through release, you're going to see this back foot off the ground. All right, we want to try to see that back foot on the ground all the way through release. It's just like you're a lot more athletic and a lot more powerful with both feet on the ground. But you do have a real good angle at release. Okay, you're using that lower half. You're using those legs. You're just kind of pulling off just a little bit early with that lower half. I just want to see you drive through that big toe a little bit longer, so you're getting a good drag line back here. You're not really getting a drag line at all. Just keep that foot on the ground and drive it farther out over that front foot. All right. Then release-wise, this is a pretty good position right here. All right. So, all in all, from basically halfway through your mechanics forward is really good. Now it's just a matter of cleaning up that back half, getting more legs involved, getting your hips more involved, to really get yourself going down the hill, to get yourself in a better position to generate more torque, generate more velocity. So you just kind of watch this through again, and just to get that leg up high, get it up, past that belt, over that back foot, and then just take that left hip, take that pocket, and just drive it forward as you break your hands to get everything going, to get everything. It's just so key to use that lower body, to use that lower half to throw. You got everything else sort of, the wheels are set in motion for really good mechanics and power generation. You're at your age, it's really good, the torque that I'm seeing and that separation. Now it's just a matter of just get more involved with that lower half earlier. Get more dynamic, get quicker, let that leg get up, and then just throw those hips down the hill, and then get on top of that ball, keep that elbow up, and just drive that ball downhill and not push it. So all in all, it's pretty solid. So hopefully you're having a great season this year. We appreciate you coming out to our camp. Hope you had a great time, and we look forward to seeing you again with ABC.